Hello and welcome to the final episode of Season 2's Career Mode. This is episode number 30. We have made it this far. It is the final game of the season, and what an opportunity it is. Even if we do not win the league, which is looking slimmer and slimmer as every game goes by, you can see there is 6 points between us and top. There is still an incredibly strong chance we can walk out with Champions League or Champions Cup, even football for Season 3. The only problem I'm currently having is FIFA 16 is about a month away, and I'm very inconsistent with this series. However, I'm going to try and go full steam ahead with Season 3, and I will try and maybe get it out this weekend. The first episode, we'll see what's going to happen. Anyway, we're against Stoke here. If we win this game, we have EuroLeague confirmed. As you can see, we got off to a very rocky start at the beginning of the second half there, which was close to say the least. But then here we go, 53rd minute, we win a throw-in. Lanzini making a good run here. He is trying to just find anyone. He finds Werner, who gives it a good strike, and it finds its way perfectly into the back of the net. Timo Werner, I don't even know how many goals he's got this season. I've lost count at this point. Genuinely, he's only been here since January, and I think he's already clocked up about half of the goals that Paciencia has, and that is pretty damn good. And with us actually buying him as well, things are looking on the up and up ahead of next season as well. So there's always that. We've always got the key striker to look forward to, and that was a really nice goal by him as well. But Stoke were not done. They were going to try and keep on attacking us, but right now John Flanagan decided to make a nice run in. Paulista just skied it over the bar. What a weird shot that was by Paulista, but nevertheless, Stoke here with one of their most dangerous attacks of the game there. Backheader that didn't really find the mark, and then we find Woodrow here, subbed off Werner, trying to save him for the bigger games, and Woodrow, one-on-one, he can't miss. This isn't a goal. That really wasn't a goal. How did that not go in? I don't know. Tom Kearney finds the rebound. He's got the ball now. He's got a good angle. Great save by Butland, and then Woodrow gives away another foul. And that would be the end of the game. So, as for first striker, Timo Werner is a surefire positive. Paciencia might look to buy in Season 3. Woodrow, not that much confidence in, to be honest. But good news, next season we are in EuroLeague, 100% sure. We could lose this game against Palace. We could lose in the season, at the end of the season to Man United. We are totally fine. Nevertheless, we're coming up against Crystal Palace. Let's focus on this game. This is actually a game that we could easily get a win in. If you take a look at the table now, we're still in 4th, I believe. There you go, we're in 4th. Palace are in 19th position. So it is a real prime opportunity for us to get 3 easy points in the penultimate game of the season, whereas Palace are still looking to try and survive in the Premier League. Heading in, actually I'm going to show the table. I won't say anything. I'm going to show the table after the penultimate, after this game against Palace, and you'll see just what things were looking like heading into the last day of the season. So there you can see the teams we're lining up with. We've taken not a 100% strong team, because of course I'm obviously going to rest a lot of those players ahead of our game with Manchester United, but nevertheless, of course, we are looking for 3 points, so we're going to do whatever we can to get our hands on them. Now, as you can see, that didn't get edited. We didn't edit till later on in the game or anything like that, because right away, Conte gets the ball, Cabana gets the ball, finds Conte, who finds Paciencia, who runs in, and within 2 minutes, just found the back of the net. The man who picked up a hat-trick in his last game against West Ham has started his scoring, and he started it very early on indeed. Like, just no waiting at all there. It takes him 2 minutes to find the back of the net. The keeper just didn't even, like, look, it's just, wow. I can't put it into words. I mean, just how in 2 minutes he can find the back of the net, I don't know. But there you go. His first goal. I believe this was his 13th goal of the season at this point. So, you know, he's off to a flying start. And ever since Ignacio has left, he's been able to really pick up the reins and take the lead as the #1 striker, despite being here on loan. Cabano, anyway, would pass into Pasalic, who gets the shot. And this is given as an own goal. I'd like to point out, I don't get how it's an own goal. He saves it and it rolls underneath his arm. You cannot say that's... how can you say that's an own goal? If a keeper saves it like he has done, how is it an own goal? I know it comes off his side and trundles into the net, but that is still a save that just led into the back of the net. I don't know, it's stupid. Anyway, Pasalic there denied a goal as he's given own goal. Lukaku here on the run just before half-time, passes it in, sweaty as ever. Pacienza with a left-footed shot. So, there you have it. He gets it to 3-0 before half-time, and he's got a brace already. You can see there, nice shot. He really had to slide in to get that, to stop the keeper from getting it. Through the legs as well, so it's a meg, because you need to get down and do a press-up. And boom, there is 3-0 and not even a half-time yet. Starting into the second half now, Odegaard would find a great pass into Paciencia. Here we go, to try and complete the hat-trick at the start of the second half. Can he do it? The answer, quite simply, yes. 4-0 with, I don't even think we're an hour in yet, but there you have it. Paciencia with a hat-trick in what could be his final game for the club before he returns back to Porto. He's had an incredible season, and of course with the transfer window going to come up right away at the start of Season 3, I want to know, do you guys want him back in? And of course, as I asked for at the end of Season 1, who do I bring in? I mean, of course I'm looking for youngsters, and we don't have a big transfer budget, so don't recommend anyone world class, but just know that people like, oh, that's actually a really good header there, that was a good attack by, that was the best attack Crystal Palace out of the game, and maybe their only attack. But nevertheless, we would win the game here 4-0. We would learn after this, however, that there were a little bit of problem. We couldn't win the league. Manchester United and Arsenal won their game, so that was out of bounds for us. But Champions League football was still the main thing we were looking for, as I'm going to show you at this table now. But yeah, regarding players to buy, I'm looking for people who are good, aren't world class, who are young, and are cheap. That's basically how I'm looking. I'm looking between like 75 and 80, because we don't have a big transfer budget ahead of Season 3. So there's the table heading into the final game of the season. You can see Middlesbrough have to pull off something astronomical to get out of the relegation zone, as the Sheffield Wednesday, because I don't want to be the only team who went up this season. I don't want to be the only one who survived. So there you have it. Middlesbrough and Palace in deep trouble. Sheffield Wednesday could hang on, but as you can see, we're in third. We just overtook Manchester City after they lost their game, which was a godsend to say the least. It was phenomenal to see that. It would come between Manchester United and Arsenal. Arsenal, as you can see, I believe drew their game, which heavily cost them. So heading into the final game of the season against Manchester United, we have the Champions League to play for. If we get a draw, we are in the Champions League for sure. Spurs' season was over, as you're going to see now in this table. Spurs' season is over. Spurs' season is over. They're good. If Manchester City win their game and we lose, I believe actually, no. I was having a look. I need to double check on goal difference. I think we had 2 more goals than Spurs, so I think we're fine. In general, we're going to Champions League football next season. But do we get 3rd or do we get 4th? What will we get in our first season in the Premier League? It could be an incredible year. I mean, the goal for this year was to finish mid-table, and we are going to be taking on some of the world's best next season, and we're playing the final game of the season against the league winners. Manchester United winning their first title since Fergie left the club, and as you can see, we are not going easy on them though. There's a save, and there's a deflection that time from Paciencia's shot. Werner wasn't playing to start things off, but eventually he would come onto the pitch. Lanzini here, trying to make a run. He finds Edmilson Jr. You can see he's trying to find something to get through here. He finds a gap, passes it through, and of all people, Ramos, the centre mid, who we also picked up from Porto, but we actually did sign this guy. Ramos, the person who plays in CDM, runs up, finds a gap, and gets it the other side of De Gea to make it 1-0. Like you'd expect Cabano, Paciencia, someone like that to be there, but no, Ramos. I don't know why I said Cabano either, because it was Lanzini, but here you go. One of the last touches of the game comes to John Flanagan, and he gets a goal. So in the last game of the season, we beat Manchester United. We beat the winners of the Barclays Premier League. We do it with a clean sheet from the looks of things. We're going to do it 2-0, but with goals from Ramos and John Flanagan. 2 people you'd never imagine on the score sheet. And this goal by John Flanagan is phenomenal. Look at it. He runs past 2 men, takes a shot from just outside the box. It bounces, and it beats De Gea. Like, what? So there you have it. We we just pulled off something incredible here, and this was, oh, that was close there, real risky. Stekelenburg, though, who actually, I believe, was the goalkeeper of the season as well. I didn't get that on the clip, but he was voted goalkeeper of the season, which was amazing. But there you have it. That ends the season. Season 2 is now over. We beat Manchester United to finish off the season. We finished 4 points behind them and 1 point behind Arsenal. John Flanagan's having the moment of his life right now. But there you have it. Season 2 is in the bag. Season 3 will start up hopefully as soon as I possibly can get it underway. And I'm going to be looking to just speed through this season. Probably like 5 games an episode, I imagine. Just try and get through it ASAP so we can focus on FIFA 17 when that comes out. Because we've only got a month before that game is out. Nevertheless, Season 2 is over. What a way to go out. 2-0 win over Manchester United. Here come the emails through now. Amazing season. We exceeded what was expected of us. And of course, we were Capital One Cup champions. But Season 3 is where things are going to heat up. Champions League football. What will happen when we get there? Well, that's for us to find out in Season 3.